Greetings everyone. In this video I want to talk about perfectionism and all that entails.
Greetings. This infinite source truth is made possible by the generous contributions and support of viewers like you. Please consider making a contribution now. Thank you.
All right, perfectionism. Is there really such a thing as perfectionism? Only in your mind. You see, because everybody's idea of what is perfect is different. Do you think everybody thinks a Picasso is perfectionism? Or a Monet? Or a song? Or music? It's all personal opinion, all right? And artists and even some homemakers and designers can really get caught up in trying to make things in their experience perfect. And they will drive themselves, their energies, in a non-productive and not so beneficial way. Now, perfectionism, what is it? Is it the ego? You know, if you're critiquing someone else's works that, regardless of how much time they have spent on it, whether it was just a little time or a week or 2 weeks of time or a month or a year, trying to get that thing perfect, well, I guarantee you that someone will always find what you consider perfect to be imperfect. Now, part of that is their ego because they think they can do it better, or they enjoy putting others down to make them feel a step up, climbing the ladder, stepping on other people, all right? But most importantly is the person who is trying to perfect their art, all right? Now, there's nothing wrong with growing, all right? Growing. But if you are stuck, say you're doing a watercolor, or you're doing a piece of art, or you're doing a piece of music, and it's lovely and beautiful. This is where the productivity part of it comes in. Yes, you could polish that thing. You could polish it and polish it and polish it and make little changes and polish it. But how much more energy you're going to have to put into it to get it perfect in your mind, and it still won't be perceived as perfect by everyone else. So basically all you need to do is worry about satisfying yourself. Now, if you are trying to create art to make a living, that means you have to have pieces that others appreciate, all right, and value having around them for you to have and make money. Now, how much are you going to make out of that piece that you are making and spending time into it? How much are you going to sell it for? How much will you be able to sell it for? Now, a lot of that will be your intent and how high of a frequency you are in the law of attraction working for you. But you really have to be aware of how much time and energy you are putting into a product, all right? Because I am aware of source players who, they start a beautiful piece of art and they'll spend a week on it, and it's gorgeous, it's lovely, it's beautiful, and they're obsessing on it's just not the way that they want to see it. And I'm looking at that piece and I'm thinking, well, what more can you do to it? And how much longer are you going to spend obsessing over it to get it perfect in your eyes when it's perfect the way it is in my eyes? And is the process of spending that much more time on it going to make it that much more valuable? You need to weigh your choices. If you could make 3 more pieces of art in the time that it will take you to perfect that one, and you can actually sell them all, it makes no sense to try to perfect that thing. Now, some of you are in fields that you have very expensive equipment and it bothers you to maybe listen to the audio or to listen to things that aren't perfect because you haven't been the one that did them. Everybody else's work is substandard because you have the ability to do it the way you think it should be done. It doesn't benefit you. It doesn't benefit you. Worry about your work. Don't worry about anybody else's. And if you want to spend the hours and days or weeks or months that it'll take to perfect that thing that you're working on, well, then that's great. That's great. But you don't need to expect that of someone else. You need to realize that there's no such thing as perfection. You will drive yourself crazy trying to attain an unachievable attainment. You see, because you as source are perfect. Regardless of what you do, there will always be those who do not appreciate what you do, regardless of how well it's done, or there's always those kind of people, all right? So you need to please yourself, but don't get so hard on yourself and don't spend so much time and energy on a particular project that you take an unbelievably amount more time to fine-tune it than you would benefit from doing. Now, there's a deeper issue here with perfectionism, and it's in your subconscious programming. And if you tend to be a perfectionist, then you need to get down to the reasons that are driving it. Is it because you were never good enough for your parents, or you needed to prove something to them, to measure up? Whose measuring stick are you trying to measure yourself by when you are trying to do that perfectionism? Is it parents? Is it siblings? Is it peers, co-workers? Your game is an inner work within you. Now, I'm going to stop there. You need to do the inner work to find out what it is that's driving it and clear it out. It benefits you to do that. Now, if you have benefited from the information that I'm sharing in these videos, then it benefits you to say thank you with a gift via PayPal. The link is in the description box below. Abundance, health, and prosperity to you.